Today we've got a huge list of scary videos full of all sorts of creepy content, so hit that subscribe button and get ready for more scary videos, just like this.
Estaba editando. Ya es de mañana, son las 6:05 de la mañana.
These first scary videos on our list were uploaded to TikTok by Krat, who began filming after hearing strange noises coming from another room in his house.
¿Ven? No es nada.
As he walks toward the kitchen, the camera captures something creepy. Take a look. From around the edge of the kitchen's doorway, a pale, human-like head briefly peeks into view. What makes it worse is that the TikToker doesn't react at all, suggesting he didn't see it at the time. He continues searching the house, scanning rooms and listening for the source of the noise. When he reaches the kitchen, things take another disturbing turn. The camera angle shifts toward the window, and outside, partially obscured by darkness and reflections, it appears as though the same face is there again, staring in from beyond the glass. Still, it seems that the TikToker doesn't notice it. After viewing the footage for himself, the TikToker posted a follow-up. The same footage with the brightness turned up, highlighting the creepy face. With the exposure increased, the face becomes far clearer. Still plagued by the eerie sounds, the TikToker uploads another video.
Son las 3:43 de la mañana. Y justo... Otra vez.
As he is working on his computer early in the morning, a new sound breaks the silence.
Son las 3:43 de la mañana. Y justo... Otra vez.
Startled, he begins searching the house once again, filming as he goes. He shows that the back door is locked and that there doesn't appear to be anyone else inside.
Encendí la linterna.
He returns to the kitchen, the same area where the face was previously seen, and begins addressing viewer theories. To rule out a prank, he compares his own height to where the face appeared, demonstrating that whatever it was would have been significantly taller than him.
La cosa esta sale por ahí. Quiero que se den cuenta. Voy a hacer una comparación. No sé si se alcanza a ver, pero...
He also shows there's no space beside the refrigerator where someone could have stood on a chair or hidden to fake the appearance.
Y aquí no se puede poner ninguna silla que no resalte, porque todas las sillas que tenemos son...
Then, mid-explanation, another noise interrupts him. A loud banging comes from the back door. He heads outside and continues filming, scanning the area, but finds nothing that could have caused the sound. No people, no animals, no obvious explanation. Unable to find anything, he goes back inside and begins turning off the lights. As he walks back toward his room, it happens again. Another bang from the back door. Then a few seconds later, a creepy voice. At that point, the TikToker has had enough. Rather than investigate again, he retreats to his room and closes the door behind him, choosing safety over answers. As the videos gained traction online, viewers began to comment. At 2:52, one viewer noticed that you can hear a disembodied voice saying what they believe to be burn in Spanish. Other viewers seem to agree. Have a listen. The top comment warned him not to respond to the voices, claiming the noises resembled those made by a paranormal entity often referred to as a clicker, a creature said to mimic sounds and voices to lure people closer. But with the previous footage showing the entity inside this TikToker's house, it seems that whatever is making these sounds may already be sharing the space with him. Between writing creepy scripts and combing through haunted footage, I've got zero time to cook. That's why I've been using today's video sponsor, Factor. They deliver fresh, not frozen meals straight to your door, chef-crafted, dietitian approved and ready in just 2 minutes. I've been trying to stick to better routines and Factor actually makes it easy. The meals are loaded with 30 to 50 grams of protein, and they've just added new options like bison sausage and salmon burgers, plus grain bowls and salads inspired by Sakara. And they taste really good. And right now you can get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for an entire year. Just head to factor75.com or use my special link in the description box down below there. We'll also pin it in the comments. And use the code SLAPPEDHAMFB50. That's SLAPPEDHAMFB50 at factor75.com. 50% off, free breakfast for an entire year. Less cooking, more time for ghosts. Sounds perfect to me. This next set of scary videos were uploaded to TikTok by Danios Nayav and filmed inside a gym in Cancun. He explains that strange noises have been happening for some time. Doors, metal bars, dumbbells, stairs, even walkers, all making unexplained sounds when no one else is around. Events he believes might be paranormal.
Y ese es el gimnasio. Está cerrado con llave. O sea, como puedes ver, está cerrado con llave. Y justo de aquel lado, justo allá.
In this first clip, the TikToker points the camera toward the weights area and explains that the area is locked with a key.
Y ese es el gimnasio. Está cerrado con llave. O sea, como puedes ver, está cerrado con llave. Y justo de aquel lado, justo allá.
He goes on to say that he has begun hearing strange sounds, like the equipment being moved and then put back into place. Something he says has a very specific sound.
Las volvieron a poner ahí en su lugar. Porque cuando las ponen en su lugar tiene un sonido muy específico. Y justamente ahí.
At one point, he gestures toward a bench that's visible from his office. He explains that earlier, while sitting in that office, he saw what looked like someone peeking out. A brief movement, as if a person leaned forward to look and then quickly pulled back out of sight. Yet no one was there.
Y tal vez este video tenga copyright, pero se alcanzó a escuchar el sonido y... ¡Ay, puta madre! Ahí está.
In a follow-up video, the TikToker addresses commenters who suggested the noises were coming from someone else inside the gym. He demonstrates the exact sound a barbell makes when it's moved, then cuts to footage of the same noise occurring while he's sitting at his desk with the gym completely empty. He adds that the gym closes at 8 p.m. and that no one is ever in the building at that hour unless he himself is still working there.
El gimnasio se cierra aquí a las 8 de la noche. 8 de la noche. No hay nadie que esté ahí a menos que yo esté en guardia.
The third video opens with the gym appearing completely empty, but in the background a series of unsettling sounds can be heard.
Ahorita si se dan cuenta las luces ya están apagadas. Vuelvo a grabar porque esto pasa muy... ¿Viste?
At first, it sounds like someone might be running up and down the stairs.
Ahorita si se dan cuenta las luces ya están apagadas. Vuelvo a grabar porque esto pasa muy... ¿Viste?
Concerned, the TikToker decides to investigate. As he starts moving upstairs, a loud noise rings out, like a door slamming shut. He immediately turns around, but the door he just passed is still closed. Nothing has changed. No one is there.
No voy a poner ni pausa ni nada. Ajá. Tú lo escuchaste. Yo lo escuché. Tú lo...
Visibly uneasy, he continues up the stairs, and at the top, he approaches a locked room and looks inside through the opening. What he sees only deepens the mystery.
No estoy loco.
Several boxing bags inside the room are swinging back and forth on their own. There's no airflow, no visible reason for the movement, and the room is locked.
Está cerrado. Está cerrado. Digo, si lo fuerzo no quiero romperlo, pero...
Throughout the video, the TikToker openly admits that he's nervous. Whatever is happening, it's clearly not something he's comfortable with, and not something he believes is normal. Many viewers seem to think that the gym is haunted and that the mysterious sounds are the work of a ghost, a sentiment that seems to be shared with the uploader. So what do you think? Is there really some sort of paranormal entity moving the equipment when no one else is around? Or is there another way to explain these creepy events? Let me know your take in the comments section below.
No lo escucho, lo siento, no es como... No, o sea...
This next clip has left viewers deeply unsettled. The video was uploaded to TikTok by Bexman and begins as he arrives home from work.
Y vean, escuchen. Ve para allá, mi amor, ve para allá, mi amor. Vean.
He shows his child on camera, who appears visibly frightened, clearly disturbed by something nearby. Concerned, the TikToker continues moving through the yard toward a small shed-like structure at the back of the property.
Vean, escuchen. Ve para allá, mi amor, ve para allá, mi amor. Vean.
As he approaches, a creepy sound begins to emerge from the darkness.
Vean.
As he steps closer, the source of the sound becomes clear. Sitting on the ground in the darkness is a doll playing an unsettling song. The situation grows even stranger as the man turns the camera toward the walls of the shed.
Y aquí es donde les digo que están los jeroglíficos, miren, los pentagramas, no son los pentagramas, perdónenme, es que me equivoqué. Miren.
Several graffiti-like symbols can be seen drawn across the surface.
Y aquí es donde les digo que están los jeroglíficos, miren, los pentagramas, no son los pentagramas, perdónenme, es que me equivoqué. Miren.
He then picks up the doll to show it more clearly on camera, confirming that neither he nor his family put it there. He explains that his wife was equally shocked to discover it, and that the doll and symbols were not present before they left the house earlier, which raises the most unsettling question of all. While the family was away, someone or something must have entered their property, placed the doll inside the shed, and marked the walls.
Y aquí es donde les digo que están los jeroglíficos, miren, los pentagramas, no son los pentagramas, perdónenme, es que me equivoqué. Miren.
Commenters immediately began speculating. Some suggested a prank or trespasser, others questioned how someone could enter unnoticed, leave behind such specific objects, and vanish without being seen. In a second video, the situation takes an even scarier turn.
Estaba aquí, banda, tranquilamente, así que yo pensaba ahorita no estar.
This time, the man is filming from inside his house early in the morning. In the background, a familiar sound can be heard, faint, distant, and unmistakable. The same eerie song is playing once again.
Vean.
As the sound continues, he gets up and moves toward the front of the house. When he opens the front door, the source of the music is revealed. The doll is there again. Now it's sitting just outside the front door as if it's been deliberately repositioned. For many viewers, this was the most unsettling detail yet. The doll hadn't simply been left where it was found, it had moved. Someone or something had placed it directly at the entrance of the home while the family slept. Was this a targeted prank or perhaps a sinister warning? For now, it seems the mystery continues to unravel.
Vea.
A bizarre video circulating online captures what appears to be a heated argument between a couple in China, only to end with one partner making an absolutely wild exit. The footage, first shared to social platforms and reported by TMZ, shows a couple standing near a window in the Yuhua district of Changsha City, Hunan province, during what looks like a very intense discussion. There's no sound in the clip, but the body language is loud and clear. This isn't a calm conversation. At some point, the man launches himself into the window frame, a nearly cartoon-like in its absurdity. The first attempt doesn't break the glass, and his partner reaches for him, seemingly trying to stop what's unfolding. But on his follow-up leap, he sails right through the glass, crashing onto the sidewalk below. Another angle from across the street captures him tumbling to a stop before he scrambles up and dashes off into the night. Social media users were quick to react. Some laughed at the seeming desperation. Many commenters noted that a door was just feet away from the couple, suggesting there was a much less violent way out. Others couldn't help but poke fun at how surreal the whole thing looked, with some likening it to a gag from a slapstick cartoon. According to local reports, the incident happened earlier in April 2025. The hotel staff later confirmed the fight took place and said the man paid for the window damage a few days after it all went down. Police reportedly didn't intervene, since neither the couple nor the hotel filed an official complaint. There's no word on what sparked the argument, and likely no easy explanation for someone choosing a shattered pane of glass as their escape route. TikToker Nicky.Monksy is known for sharing eerie moments inside his home. In a previous clip we've featured, he filmed his grandmother standing motionless in the kitchen late at night, only for an object to suddenly fall from the top of the refrigerator with no explanation. Here's a recap.
One of my grandma's little angels fell off the fridge last night.
In a follow-up video, we see the TikToker sitting in the lounge room watching TV. Everything seems normal until he notices that his grandma's two dogs are sitting still, both of them staring into the dark kitchen, the same place where the previous video occurred.
There's nothing there.
There doesn't seem to be anyone there, yet the dogs look locked in, focused on something the camera can't see. Then, in a subsequent video, the TikToker catches something even creepier. Take a look.
Whoa.
The ice maker suddenly turns on by itself, spooking the poster.
Whoa.
Thinking that he can see his grandmother standing in the darkness, he zooms in on the space. That's when he sees the roomba appear from the darkness. He continues filming as the device approaches. The device tumbles down the stairs. As the TikToker walks through the lounge room, it suddenly becomes apparent that the roomba seems to be following him. Viewers immediately pointed out how unnatural its behavior seemed. Robot vacuums are designed to map rooms methodically. This one appears reactive, changing direction in response to where he goes. Then, without warning, the roomba suddenly flips upside down.
Jesus!
There's no visible obstacle, just a sudden, unexplained movement. And then, the video ends.
Jesus!
Viewers were clearly unsettled by the roomba's bizarre behavior, and given the earlier footage recorded inside the same house, the poster seems to believe that something paranormal is going on. What's your take? Is this house really haunted? Let me know what you think in the comments section below.
Jesus!
Dramatic footage has gone viral, showing a luxury Mercedes-Benz sedan literally launching into the air. The incident reportedly unfolded in Romania, where local traffic cameras and eyewitness videos captured the moment a sleek Mercedes accelerated into a roundabout and, in a surreal sequence, catapulted over the rooflines of multiple cars. The whole sequence looks more like a Hollywood stunt than real-world traffic chaos. What makes the footage even more shocking is that no one was seriously harmed. Multiple online accounts claim that despite the violent impact, the driver walked away with only minor injuries. A near miracle, given how the car flipped and tumbled at the end of its airborne arc. Police later confirmed the driver had suffered a diabetic episode and lost consciousness behind the wheel. With no one in control, the car veered wildly, launched into the air, and ultimately slammed into a utility pole near a local petrol station. The driver became trapped inside the wreckage and had to be cut free by emergency crews before being rushed to hospital for treatment. Despite his injuries, authorities reported that the unidentified driver was issued a fine equivalent to $365 and is facing a 90-day license suspension. Stories of La Llorona, the weeping woman, have echoed through Mexico for centuries. According to legend, her mournful cries can be heard late at night as she wanders streets and waterways, searching for her lost children. Over the years, countless people have claimed to hear her voice, but every so often new scary videos surface that reignite fear that the legend may still be walking among the living. This first clip, shared to TikTok by elcucuy.tv, shows a couple sitting down for a late dinner in a small town in Mexico. As they eat, one of them suddenly notices a strange sound coming from outside. They ask the other to turn the TV down so they can hear it more clearly.
¿Escuchaste? Sí, bien gacho, ¿eh?
A long, echoing wail drifts through the night air.
¿Escuchaste cómo se hija? No te espantes, no te espantes.
The couple grows quiet, listening as the cry rises and falls. The location only adds to the unease. This is a town where La Llorona is said to roam, her cries warning those who hear them.
¿Escuchaste cómo se hija? No te espantes, no te espantes.
The second video, uploaded to TikTok by Soy Eduardias6, was recorded at 3:25 AM. The streets are completely empty, illuminated by streetlights that cast long shadows across the road. Once again, a familiar sound can be heard, a drawn-out wail echoing through the distance. If you watch closely, under one of the streetlights in the distance, what appears to be a faint figure can be seen moving. The third clip, posted by TikToker Smithereens, captures another moment that sent commenters into a panic, this time in the US state of Arizona. Inside their home, they hear an eerily similar cry coming from outside the window. Have a listen. The poster gets up to investigate. The camera doesn't capture anything visible outdoors, but the sound itself is clear enough, lingering, mournful, and deeply unsettling. In the comments, viewers initially suggested it could be a cat, an animal known for making disturbing noises at night, but many others thought it sounded like La Llorona. One commenter even issued a chilling warning, urging the TikToker not to open the door, to turn off the lights, and to stay completely silent. Whether these sounds have a mundane explanation or represent something far more sinister, the similarities between these scary videos have unsettled thousands. So are these eerie sounds just animals calling out in the night? Or could they really be the mournful wails of the weeping woman, La Llorona? Let me know in the comments section below. When it comes to modern mystics whose names spike fear and fascination online, Baba Vanga sits near the top of the list, especially now that 2026 is here and her alleged predictions are making headlines once again. Born Vangelia Pandeva-Gushtarova in 1911 in what is now North Macedonia, Baba Vanga was a blind Bulgarian mystic and healer who became widely known across parts of Eastern Europe during the Cold War and after for her alleged clairvoyant abilities. Blind from her teens, she lived much of her life in the Rupita area of the Balasika Mountains and drew visitors from far and wide seeking glimpses of the future. After her death in 1996, her reputation only grew as followers linked her to major historical events like the fall of the Soviet Union, the September 11th attacks, and the 2004 tsunami. Nicknamed the Nostradamus of the Balkans, Baba Vanga never left behind written journals of her visions, and many alleged forecasts are based on second-hand accounts and interpretations by later authors and online commentators. This has made her legacy controversial. As 2026 begins, multiple reports and viral posts are circulating online about what Baba Vanga supposedly foresaw for this year, and they range from dramatic to downright chilling. Among the most alarming claims attributed to Baba Vanga is the idea that World War III would ignite in 2026. Online interpretations suggest the conflict would not begin with a single catastrophic event, but rather spiral out of a slow build-up of global tension, diplomatic breakdowns, regional proxy wars, economic pressure, and technological escalation finally tipping into open conflict. Commentators often frame the prediction around a power struggle between the United States, Russia, and China, pointing to modern flashpoints as supposed early warning signs. What makes this claim particularly unsettling is how loosely it seems to map onto the current world climate. Ongoing wars, military posturing, cyber attacks, sanctions, and rhetoric between major powers are frequently cited by believers as evidence that the world is edging closer to a breaking point. Another claim gaining momentum is the idea that 2026 will mark humanity's first confirmed contact with extraterrestrial life. According to some interpretations, Baba Vanga allegedly foresaw a large alien craft entering Earth's atmosphere sometime in November, an event that would permanently change how humans understand their place in the universe. This prediction has exploded online as interest in UFOs, UAPs, and government disclosure has surged over recent years. Fuel has been added to the speculation by the approach of the interstellar object known as 3I Atlas, with some online commentators drawing a dramatic connection between the object and alien technology. Scientists have been quick to push back, stating there's no evidence the object is anything other than a natural interstellar visitor, and that linking it to extraterrestrial contact is purely speculative. Still, the timing has been enough to keep conspiracy theories alive. For believers, the idea fits neatly into a broader narrative that humanity is being slowly prepared for disclosure. Beyond war and alien contact, some interpretations of Baba Vanga's visions extend to rapid advances in artificial intelligence, economic instability, and shifts in global power structures, reflecting modern concerns about technology and finance. Whether you see Baba Vanga as a true visionary, a product of folklore magnified by internet culture, or something in between, her name continues to spark curiosity, especially at the start of a new year filled with uncertainty and global tension. If you want to see more scary videos just like these, then remember to hit subscribe and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our creepy video compilations. Captured in Mexico City, this next scary video was posted by TikToker Juliogoj1PT and later re-uploaded to the platform by lqq.tv.
No mames. No mames. No mames.
The footage shows a residential street late at night when an overwhelming sound suddenly fills the air.
No mames. No mames. No mames.
As the noise intensifies, people begin running down the street in visible panic. Even the dogs can be seen reacting fearfully, pulling away as if trying to escape whatever is happening above them. A nearby car alarm suddenly goes off, seemingly triggered by the vibration or volume of the sound itself. Many flee, others remain frozen, filming the sky on their phones, clearly unsure whether to run or stay put. The sound continues overhead, echoing between buildings. In the comments, theories quickly flooded in. Some suggested a transformer or power station malfunction, others believed it might be related to an earthquake. A few likened it to a glitch, as if reality itself was malfunctioning. Many viewers pointed out how the dog seemed to sense something was wrong. In this second video, credited to Angel.Snuff, we hear a similar sound, this time in Ecatepec de Morelos, part of the greater Mexico City area. Have a listen. According to the uploader, the audio in the video is completely unaltered with no sound effects added. Everything heard was recorded exactly as it occurred. The sky once again emits a powerful sustained roar that pulses and shifts, filling the air with an oppressive presence. In the description, the uploader offers a possible explanation. Based on their own research, they believe the phenomenon could be a skyquake. a term used to describe loud atmospheric sounds caused by strong collisions between cold and warm air masses high in the atmosphere. These collisions can produce shockwave-like noises similar to turbines or thunder, even in the absence of storms or seismic activity. Still, not everyone is convinced. When comparing both videos, the similarities are hard to ignore. The sound seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. So what are we really hearing? Strange, unexplained noises have been reported all over the world for decades, often described as deep booms, metallic groans, sky trumpets, or low vibrating hums that seem to come from nowhere. These sounds are frequently heard late at night or in the early morning, when everything else is quiet, making them even more unsettling. Reports have surfaced from cities, rural towns, deserts, coastlines, and even polar regions, with witnesses often describing the same feeling: confusion first, then fear. In many cases, no storms, earthquakes, aircraft, or industrial activity can be identified at the time the noises occur. Scientists have proposed explanations ranging from atmospheric pressure shifts and underground gas releases to distant machinery and tectonic stress. Yet a significant number of recordings remain unexplained. From a paranormal perspective, some believe these sounds could be linked to entities or phenomena that exist outside our normal perception. Theories range from interdimensional activity and unseen beings moving through our environment to residual energy tied to specific locations that manifests as sound. Others suggest the noises could be warnings or attempts at communication. While none of these explanations can be proven, they persist because many of the noises don't behave like anything natural, appearing suddenly, repeating in patterns, and vanishing without leaving a trace. Whether these sounds are rare natural phenomena or something not yet understood, they continue to surface across the globe, leaving behind the same lingering question every time. What exactly are we hearing? If you want to see some more scary videos, then check out those 2 links right there. Remember to leave us some comments down below or subscribe if you're new. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.